Do you find it easy to forgive? Mahirap, di ba? I've encountered a few people in my life who did really terrible things to me and my family. And whenever I am reminded of them, whenever I think about them, I still feel a tinge of pain in my heart. Even if the offenses they committed go way, way back. It is very hard to forgive and to forget. Indeed, what do you do when you're patiently lining up in a queue for your turn in a government service, and then an arrogant big shot goes past a long line straight to the counter and is served first, ahead of all of you? Wouldn't that make you mad? What do you do if you were betrayed by a friend and spills a secret shared in confidence? Di ba masakit yun? What if someone makes up a malicious story intended to malign you and destroy your reputation, and that someone tells a lie to people you care about? Wouldn't you want to get even? If you are any ordinary person, I'm sure you would raise hell and retaliate. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. But if you claim to be a follower of Jesus, there are certain things you really ought not to do. And I understand how frustrating that can be. The truth is, being a follower of Jesus does not exempt us from the offenses committed by other people. We are all humans, and we get affected by these offenses. We experience the full range of disappointments and emotions common to everyone. But by the grace of God, we can learn not to let these offenses overcome us. We can respond with grace. We can find ways to redeem our situation and not just react selfishly or self-righteously. Now, this does not mean when we overlook an offense that we will allow people to abuse us, to trample over our dignity, and treat us like doormats. No, not at all. It does mean that we acknowledge our own sinfulness, and that in our response to the offense, we take care that we do not become just like the offender. The truth is, God gives us the grace to overlook offenses and to forgive. What Jesus did on the cross dealt with our slavery to sin. We are no longer gripped by our natural desire to retaliate. But being under God's grace ourselves, we are given the ability to respond with grace. As the Apostle Paul said in his letter to the Romans, "For sin will have no dominion over you, since you are not under law, but under grace." The more the truth of the gospel renews our minds and shapes our way of thinking, the easier it will be for us to overlook offenses and to forgive. And as we honor our Lord Jesus with the grace we extend for the offenses committed to us, may we always keep in mind, faith matters too.